that?
And Margaret, you idiot. Hello. This is the president. Were there any calls for me?
Yes, sir. You had 2 calls. One from the Prime Minister of England and one from your Chinese laundryman.
What was the important call about?
Pick up your shirts.
Well said. Hello.
Hello. Are you there? I'm here and I'm at home.
Well, I'm at home too, but whom am I speaking to?
I'm you here and I'm at home.
I know you're home. Whom is home?
You and I'm him.
Him who?
Him home. I mean you him. Home you. That shit all. I don't know what in places I mean.
Now listen, partner, just slow it down and let's start over again.
I'm Lord Hume and I'm the Prime Minister of England.
Of course you are, and I'm the center field of the Yankees.
To what to whom?
Well, now we're back to that again, are we?
I say, Mr. President, please, before the hotline gets cold, I've got a complaint. Mr. President, yes. I had to say, but things have reached a horrible state.
Oh?
The secret weapon I meant by Jingo was Paul and John and George and Ringo.
Mr. Minister, I am relieved. At first I thought I was deceived. We alerted our ships, we alerted our harbors, when we should have alerted our barbers.
Mr. Johnson, may I say, your national debt we will not pay.
Figures.
As for expense, we had our share. We brushed their shoes, we combed their hair.
You did now. Now, Mr. Hume, don't be put out. May I tell you what it's all about? Before you bring in the strip called Gaza, your lads destroyed our hotel plaza.
Linden boy,
Yeah.
you must admit
You sing?
that in your land our boys were a hit.
They were there.
On Sullivan's show, they tore down the house. They were bigger than the Italian mouse.
They may have been bigger than Peppino the mouse, and I'll admit they tore down the house. But this is tragic, this is not funny. They walked away with United States money.
When I made this call, my wife raised a fuss, 'cause we were watching the week that was.
Well, when you called, I am confessing I was taking my dancing lesson.
Now, LBJ,
Yes.
why should we fight?
Well, ADH, I think you're right.
I'm sorry I bother you with my call.
You really didn't bother me at all. I'm glad that things turned out all right. We've been conversing all through the night.
Don't be concerned, cause in effect, you ought to know that this call is collect.
Lady Bird, he did it again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our shoe. Tonight on our shoe, we've got a really big one. I guess I shouldn't say another word except here they are. And now for their second number. Wonderful, wonderful, really wonderful. Thank you. And don't forget, unprecedented in the history of our shoe, they are going to be in our shoe and only in our shoe for 3 consecutive weeks. Just the kids, not the Beatles. Now we would like to introduce some of the wonderful celebrities in our studio audience. The new heavyweight champion of the world, Cassius Clay.
How beautiful. He wanted to go to heaven, so I took him out in 7.
Sit down, champ. This show is mine. If you're not quiet by 8, you'll never make 9. Now, continuing on with our shoe.
How beautiful. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world.
Cassius
Clay. Now mark on my face.
Cassius, the slices of him is singing it. Cassius, you're making it serious. Slide it. Slice it.
That you are stars, there is no doubt, but we are here to stamp you out.
What was that?
Would you believe it? If I told you that that's the National Association for the Stamping Out of the Beatles Club? Corral? Hey, they're going to interview the president. Let's go down and listen to it. Pardon me, sir. May we have an interview with you?
I certainly hope so, for your sake, because I'm a pretty busy man. I'm a big star.
Well, sir, if you don't mind.
What's that?
What do you think of their hair?
They should get dandruff and get bald.
What do you think of Ringo, the drummer?
Ringo the drummer, he should lose one stick and become the leader.
What do you think of their clothes?
They should be attacked by moths.
Well, you mean you really haven't been bitten by the Beatles bug?
I'd rather be bitten by a black metal spider.
They must have something. They were a big hit in Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall? And they look more like a hit from Rabbit Hall.
Truthfully, sir, what do you think of their voices?
I think their voices will be all right as soon as it reaches their throat.
And what about their delivery?
I think it belongs in the back of a truck.
You may not know this, but they have a big record.
Yeah, and if the FBI finds out, they're gonna be in big trouble. Excuse me, sir. If you're through with me, I've got more important things to do. I'm on my way to do the Joey Bishop show.
Just 1 minute, sir. What is your name?
Elvis Presley.
Hey, Louie, how about the Beatles? How about the excitement they're creating?
You like to get in and see the Beatles?
I really would, but you're kidding me now. We can never get in to see those kids.
Why
There are
not?
At least 500 cops watching them.
500 cops.
Maybe more.
I'll play the part of a security officer.
You mean that's the way you'll get in?
That's right.
This I would like to see.
I'll start like this. My name is Scotland. I'm from the yard.
All right, go ahead.
I'm chief of security and was sent to New York City to shadow the Beatles.
Hey, I'll play the part of the clock.
All right.
10:02 a.m.
I arrived at LaGuardia Airport. The crowd was calm.
10:10.
They landed.
10:12.
The plane landed. They climbed in the back of a truck. I whispered to the cabbie, follow that truck.
We have to. He's towing us. 10:17.
They arrived at the rear entrance of Town Hall. We flew the crowds again.
10:24.
I found a choice seat, front row center. No one sees me. I'm alone.
11:22.
They leave Town Hall.
11:24.
I whispered to the cabbie, follow that truck.
We have to, buddy. He's towing us. 11:29.
I panicked. The tow rope broke, and they disappear in heavy traffic in Times Square.
11:39.
I immediately called my service. I asked if there's any calls. She says, yes, one. Hi, says Ringo. She says, you called. I told her to say I wasn't in. I left the phone booth. First I wrote down Kitty's number. Bella Lugosi said she's lots of fun.
11:44.
I remember one clue, long hair. I checked every beauty parlor.
11:46.
I go to Vic Tanny's. I lose 11 pounds. That's all the money I have left in the world.
12:10.
I pick up their tray and follow them to a hotel. I wait for them to register.
12:15.
I go to their room and slowly open the door and prepare for the worst.
12:16.
It is the worst. It's the broom closet. So I swept the floor.
12:20.
I heard a scream. It sounds familiar. I investigate. It's me. Shocking. I cursed. I knew that they would never stay at a fashionable hotel. I rushed out of the hotel. Passerby tells me I am being followed. I immediately walk backwards around the block, and I end up following the fellows who are following me. The fellows who are following me, since that I now was the fellow who was following the followers, so to throw me off the track, they went into a hop, skip, and jump. This threw me off balance, since I don't hop very well, but I skip and jump beautifully, which threw them off because they skip and jump terribly. But in the middle of a skip, I sneak, a hop, and I jump them. But they were wise to me. They powered my skip, blocked my hop, took the ball, and ran for a layup. They were leading 3-1. I called time.
9:45.
I grabbed the cab to the airport.
10 p.m.
I arrived at the airport to see a tremendous crowd. There was a man screaming. I went to investigate. I should be in Hollywood. He wanted to go to heaven, so I took him out in 7. It was none of my business.
10:05 p.m.
I took off.
10:07 p.m.
The plane took off. I still don't know who I was following, but I'll never forget those 4 strange kids I saw on the plane.
Hey, Lou. By the way, who were the 4 strange kids on the plane?
Our writers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It really is a pleasure to be here this evening. You know, usually when they introduce us, this sort of tends to create confusion because the people don't know who's fishing, they don't know who's marks. So in order to clarify it, we would like to introduce ourselves this evening, both formally and individually. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Al Fisher. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now I would like to introduce to you a brand new song.
Al.
Here's a song I'm sure you all know, but
Al.
it's not too long ago.
Al.
What is it?
What about my introduction?
Oh, don't worry about that. The boys will be able to take care of your introduction. Here's a song.
Gee, thanks.
Hey, you're welcome. Here's a song.
How about introduce me to the people?
I would love to introduce you to the people. How do you want me to introduce you?
In English, still understand?
No, I mean, what do you want me to say?
Oh, just tell them I'm a comedian.
You're a comedian?
Yeah, don't you believe me?
Look, when I told you I was Gina Lola Brigida, did you believe me?
Only for a few weeks.
Oh, come on, will you stop it? Oh, by the way, what is your name?
Balilago.
Who?
The whole world knows that I am Balilago.
Good, that's fine.
Ricordi, su gozanga.
Oh, will you stop?
Io su gozanga.
Yeah, fine.
Non discordate, su gozanga, figlia mia. Io si chiama Balilago.
All right. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me, sir. Is there anything wrong?
Agaracita, marubanata acita. Aiutami. That's an Italian heartburn. Sick. Malada, with achta. Malada, with achta.
Sir, fine. If you don't mind, please. We take you to Africa.
I'm not going.
You got to. You're booked. We're going to a scene from the great motion picture, Stanley and Livingston. The scene opens in the middle of the jungle.
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Yes, who are you?
I'm Mr. Stanley, the famous newspaper man.
Boy, what a route they gave you. Sir, how did you find me in the middle of the jungle?
It was easy, Doctor. I took the Pennsylvania Turnpike. That 92nd Street exit. It was murder.
Cheetah, please, Cheetah. Where Jane take boy? Are you sure?
Would I lie to you?
Pardon me, son. Where you from?
Louisville, Kentucky, sir.
What are you doing up here in Springfield, son?
Studying law, sir.
What is your ambition in life, son?
To be president of the United States, sir.
Well, what is your name, son?
Balilago. The whole world knows I'm Balilago. CooCoo, he's got the Balilago, see? And Kitty even knows I'm Balilago. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by.
Beautiful, Louie, beautiful. I know who you're doing. Joey Bishop?
No,